Welcome to Grassman Stand Royal Highland Show 23. We have the world's largest mowers on our stand. Probably the world's largest 8330 on our stand.
Largest horsepower anyway.
Well, it's 330 horsepower, bracket, smiley face, Harvey won't let us say.
It's 330 plus the VAT.
And VRT. And she's also 70. I'll speak to Hannah on how she put that them Kiwis. So we have the fast track, we have the mowers, we have the new Scania, of course we have the merch. More and signs is beside us, all good. Please come and see us. We need to see you. We want to let you see these mowers. But anyway, we're going to go a quick run around the Highland. Just let you see what's here. We are buzzing. My favourite show of the year. The new Amarok's here, Cian.
Yeah, but you said you don't like it.
Oh, I don't. I'm disappointed. But it's here.
We'll go have a look at that first though.
Right, let's go. This is the new demonstration area. So, John Deere showing off John Deere stuff. Valtra showing off the new Q Series tractor. And McHale have the new V6 baler. Apparently, according to McHale, who obviously will be a little bit McHale biased, this is the rod. That's essentially how they worded it to me. We have been invited to use one. They said they would even let you bail.
I've never bailed a bail in my life.
But they said that's how easy it is to drive, that you could go and bail. No, so this is the little new innovation area. It's actually up beside us. And John Deere's showing off their sensor, you know, like their, I call it the Harvest Lab sensor, the NIR sensor for slurry application. It's on that dribble bar, so like it's all this fancy stuff where it'll automatically speed up, slow down. And Valtra showcasing their new tractor, and rightly so, because I think it's class.
Is this new Valtra Q basically the same as this new like 728 style Fendt, where you have this big horsepower and a smaller chassis?
Aye, and decent big gearbox.
Yeah.
2-stage vario, automatic vario transmission.
Is this just a poor man's 728?
No, I would say
not to take away from the machine now, like, but you know what I'm saying?
No, I would say it's more like stylish man's Massey.
So this is the new Amarok?
That's the new Amarok.
She's a bit kind of like beefier looking, or wider, or...
Pan America, which is the model people in the UK will want to buy due to tax reasons. It fully qualifies for commercial. You do get an Amarok Aventura, same as the old models, but they won't technically qualify for commercial. So you can buy that, have a legal tax dodge. She's not open. I've been there, I've tried. But that's a Ranger body. Now they say that's where it ends, but I look at that and see Ford with the Volkswagen badge. Now look at the Touareg over there as well.
That's nice now, the grey and black.
Aye,
and you love black wheels on everything.
Yeah. I'll say that's basically essentially what I have. But there is your X5. But there's an X7 beside it. I dread to think the price of that X7. I dread to think the BAK on it either. That's a big car.
Not a nice colour though.
No. The nicest car there in that lineup, in my opinion, is that Touareg. Right, Agri. We need to go see some Agri stuff. Where do we go to first? What about the coolest, most expensive trailer in the whole building?
That's Stuart?
I think so. No doubt there's probably someone somewhere will want more expensive, but I want you to point the camera straight away at the front of the trailer, i.e. this bit. Now this is a trailer, a box on wheels. And where do you see?
ISO bus.
proper. Full Wabco air braking system. I'm imagining anchor lock brakes. Actually, where Stuart got the pedigree from was working on commercial, proper lorry commercial stuff many years ago. We did a video of the factory. It's in the pedigree of the company is in that. Look at this. Their tyre inflation system. But also 655 up on 26.5s, and he still got a bit of room up in there. Look, in between, no parabolic springs here, boyo. Full air. Full air. That has to be some towing trailer. Now, that's their Pro Series.
She's the top of the range.
She is top of the range, and my assumption is your Isobus and all is tuned up for controlling the trailer, for controlling your tyre inflation system. They have done some experimental work. One's the same size on the same tyres, with and without, and smaller tractors, taking them through the fields with ease. Now, I understand some people will go, nah, 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 nah. It's only a trailer, blah blah blah. But when you're in a lot of the type of ground where these trailers would be going to, very specialist rich soils, they are maybe a lot more advanced in how they look after the soil, and yeah, it does obviously makes a big difference. But a fantastic factory and an absolute credit to Scotland. This trailer's got a cover on it. This is a hydraulic rollover cover. That's an hydraulic cover, but sort of from front to back. And you see even on the big Pro Series one, the one we just looked at, has a cover. Do you notice the trend? But look at this for moving bales. Now, there's a couple of cool ones of these being manufactured in Ireland now as well. But
these are also getting fairly popular.
Yeah. But you want to know what I would say?
But this is the first one I've seen that'll do tree-high, to be fair.
Do you want to know one of the products I think Stuart, maybe if Stuart was, Stuart's were Mandy and James was here right now, that disagree with me. But, yeah, well, I'm 6'1". See your cattle float?
Yeah.
That's a product where I would say cut their teeth on. Absolutely fantastic. They're everywhere in this part of the world. You go travelling about this part of the world, they're everywhere. And there's another trailer you see an awful lot in Scotland for the potato men with a side platform and the pusher at the back.
Yeah. Would never have seen that now till I came over to Scotland at Spuds that time last year.
Funny, I never seen many myself until that time. But yeah, and they're big into them. Big into them. There's Connor and Brahan. Which, look, it's great to see home represented. But anyway, let's go somewhere else.
Hey, come here now. Oh, you never told us the price of this big trailer. I don't know. I still don't know. I believe you.
Aye, we should do a guess. That trailer there is probably, it's up in the 80s, like. Well, it's kind of up there somewhere, I think. So Pottinger have come out now with the Mergento.
I did not know Pottinger made a merger until I seen this.
Oh, seen it in SEMA. I actually had a good walk around it with Sven, who's a lovely man, who's kind of, well, I call him a big boss, but I think he is. No, he's in charge. He's like a sales director. But yeah, Pottinger has now come out with Mergento VT, but I think they did a lot of test work in Ireland. I don't think there's any in Ireland this year. So it just goes to show you the way the competition's all thinking. We've had the SIP, we know the Coon's been active, we know Reiter's been active, we know Rock has always been there, we see now Pottinger are up in the game, and these are kind of the independent companies that focus solely on this type of technology. A lot of the other companies,
well, they're companies that do implements and not
tractors and
combines
foragers
and
and all the rest of it, yes. So when you see this happening, you can, look, conserves the soil, compact and manoeuvrable, blah, blah, blah. We loved it, we liked it, we know they have issues, we know they're going to be slow, like, they're not going to work for guys with monster choppers. But that's quite a neat looking machine now. Obviously it's lifting up and it's coming down, it's floating, so it's not, obviously it's not coming up like this, it's coming up, which is the way I think they all need to be 100% honest. Then we have the Jumbo 7400. It's a very personal opinion, but I do think when Pottinger moved up to that brand of machine, and we had one in the 07 310R, absolutely just a weapon. We've had their tethers, their hedge line tether, great bit of kit.
Is this some kind of a grass harrow?
It's a new, it was kind of around the time of SEMA was launched. It's a folding rotary hoe. Pottinger need to work on who makes this stuff up.
Folded a few hoes in my time, right?
Smooth running multi-roll crop care expert, conserves the crop, row independent operation, maximum output 1030k. The best working results with the rotary hoe starts with self-sharpening spoon shaped. I still don't really get what it does. Obviously flicks up the dirt. Cool. Right, let's keep her lit. Where next, big man? We'll just be drive and see.
Yeah.
High Spec, another solid Irish company, always putting great stuff out there. I suppose High Spec, through the Kennedys, am I right? I think I'm right. Really initially came out with this Compactor, the trailer. That's been I suppose to this stage in our market, it's really only High Spec and K2 that have come out with this compact and push style trailer. But again, and I want to point this out, one trailer sitting in here from High Spec, like a dump style trailer, what's it got on it?
Cover.
I think this is the way it's going to go. I think people drawing maize, all of this is through time.
Well, I see in New Zealand, if you're drawing maize, you have to have a cover.
And in Germany.
Yeah.
Look at this case. Oh, man. Man alive. This is our new Puma 260.
But look at this again, this 340 again, big horsepower, nice compact chassis. Same again.
That's ultimately the same tractor as your what we would have been the 315 at the time. But the tractor that I think we're most interested in, probably for our area, is going to be this 260, because they've got that new cab in there. I just personally, hand on my heart, think this is an absolute honey of a machine. Maximum boost power 302. We're all up at this 300, whereas the 270 would be the one probably below that. They've all upped them a wee bit, if you get me. So New Holland's replaced the 270 with the 300, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But then what's disappointing is we still haven't got this new cab on the smaller ones yet. Your Puma, your 175, which would probably throughout Ireland be the more popular tractor, that smaller, shorter wheelbase.
Yeah, so this is basically a long wheelbase Puma, and this is a short wheelbase Puma.
Aye, they probably, I don't know what their exact terminology, it could be standard long and extra long, or standard medium and long, but then your 340's a wee bit longer again. With Trio leading here again. Oh, and this is their fancy gearbox on display for you to see, and all the rest of it. Massey have a Ideal. Is Massey called Ideal? Or is it the Fent that's Ideal?
They're both Ideal.
Or they, are they Ideal?
Yeah.
Ah.
So you get a Fent Ideal 90 or a Massey Fent or Ideal 90. That's how similar they are.
So that one's got a steering wheel. Same with an 8S 62265. Now, I'm not a massive fan for doctoring tractors too much away from original.
Unless it's painting the rims black.
That's different. That's different. I haven't painted the rims black in anything that was risky. We did it to the JCBs, but they changed them to yellow. They used to be grey, or used to be silver, so they don't even know what colours the rims should be. But look at this, not the 8740 was. I do think they're class. What about this 8S225 with the funky Nokian tyres on her? That's neat. That is neat. They love their old bars, don't they?
When you buy that A330 off Harvey, you'll have to try out a set of these on it.
They're more forestry though. Are they not a forestry, genuinely they're forestry type?
Don't know, they're funny
I
looking
think,
anyway.
no, I think they are. That their tractor must be destined for forestry work. Must be. Please someone tell me if I'm wrong. I think that tyre pattern tells me that's going to do forestry work. Maybe it's just some guy that runs a very successful business and he just has too much money to spend and buys tractors and parks them in his shed and looks at them.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Michael Hoy. I like her now. Do like her. Hey, they're band on site. Everybody film. They're band on site.
He should be banned on site.
That's Damien, as we already said, next door to us. Call in. Do not buy number plates and ask me to sign them though.
No offense, love.
Good man, David. Let's go and see a real tractor. This is like something you'd see even flow with. Turlian. It's a Valmet 20. Oh no. How cool is that? I don't know what to think about the 728.
I like it.
Like the difference in price between a 724 and a 728, I would say would be astronomical.
Aye, probably. And your 724 is probably still a better all-rounder for most your average farmer.
I would have thought so. That 26 and 28 has to be some bite. Like, but don't get me wrong. It's the horsepower, the big gearbox. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Bigger gearbox, maybe I'm saying it the wrong way, but be absolutely mint. I much preferred the 650 down in Cornwall.
The old black and everything on her, she was nice.
Look, I'll even send you the picture for you to put up right now at this moment in time and say New Holland, we much preferred this.
Oh, aye, that is a lot nicer now.
But it just is.
They've this hydrogen machine here, have they?
Methane.
Oh, methane, yeah.
Methane. Yeah. And I was over in the factory there last year. We were actually doing a Make-A-Wish for a young fella, per wee Ricky. And funny, we talked to Florence about coming over and doing a little bit of talking about this tractor, but I think the one downside to it is it's a T6. And what I mean by that is, you take the likes of Honeyford, who have tried one as a demonstrator, who can create the gas. It's a T6.
It's too small for them, like.
Yes. And I think and this is all part of the issue, is getting enough of this gas to power it.
But this methane tractor, is it astronomical money to buy day one compared to your diesel? Or?
No, I don't know that it's absolutely astronomical, because at the end of the day, an awful lot of what's going on in there is similar. And like, these boys all understand about how they produce the gas. They're using they've got their at the end of the day, they've got their digesters. They could probably work on creating the gas to do it. Not a problem. Like, so it's still an FPT engine. But I do think that's kind of the issue that they're facing. And they probably know this. So I would say they have to work on that.
Oh, here we go now, John Deere fanboy coming out.
Well, I am. But a boy has to do this. Has to bring the Can-Am in round the John Deere stand for a lap. Look at that X9.
Is that the biggest one?
Aye, that's the X9, yeah.
But it's an 1100, is the 1100
yes,
the biggest
yes,
X9?
Yes. We do fit out through this, I did it the other day. And with Kramer here, which are of course associated with John Deere, with the big 8R370 with no 7Rs in the stand this year.
Ash, they're too common altogether. Sure, anyone can have one of them.
Glenn get very excited. When he seen the big pack, he loves the balers. It's Crone of a great representation. Back to the other side of the New Holland. Is that the T7? What T7 is that, big man?
300.
So that is their equivalent of that Optum. Or not Optum, New Puma 260. They just label them differently. New Holland go with top end power, Case go with engine rated power, and there's our New Holland combine. So like, there's some machinery here for people to come and see, like.
Oh, it's unreal. Like, this is my first ever time at Highland Show, and I'm impressed.
We're not massive potato heads, but like, you know, Grimmy, big stand, and you've been around Scotland. You know how important Grimmy is to Scotland.
Yeah,
Potatoes.
And how big potatoes are here, like.
Yeah.
I never realised that till last year.
There's Merlot, the boys at Merlot. Like, it's all here. Oh, they're called Tractor Kings. Let's go. So there's what we have. Ground Kings on the 2 fast tracks. And they're called, it's a hybrid lug, so what you're doing is you're getting a conventional tractor tyre with these pieces in the middle. They are wearing well, but I have noticed little bits. It's hard to describe, but I like them. But that's what we've seen in that Massey, isn't it? It is. Nokian Tyres Tractor King. Yes, Nokian Tractor King is no compromise tractor tyre for the heaviest of machinery in the most difficult terrain in forestry, earth moving and road construction. The design from the all-new tread pattern fortified carcass is nothing short of revolutionary in a tractor. Core and sidewall designed for top-class puncture resistance in toughest conditions. Wide tread and radically increased amount of tractive edges for grip on all terrains. So that Massey's not just for drawing a lot of loads of silage, like.
No.
You can put all the SIP flags up you want to, but we've got the world's largest mower in our stand.
Is that the front mower we're supposed to have?
Yeah, but we ran. We had no room. I said I wasn't bringing the front mower over.
I was too wide for the ferry and everything, in fairness, like, so.
If it would have just turned into a legal issue at 3.4 metres wide.
It would have turned into a Hanlon.
Would have.
That's what it would have turned into.
That's the SIP stand, so they're here, and it's great to see them here. Now, I would consider changing my Can-Am, and I am open to offers. So CF Moto, Can-Am, Polaris, if you're watching, talk to us. But my heart lies to the Can-Am.
And they're here as well.
They're here
somewhere.
as well.
Oh, there they are.
Here's our old mate Willie. Last year, just about when you started, Cian, just before this show, we did a wee release video for Willie on this 12-ton dump trailer style that you can put the wee mini digger up on. This is one he has sold, and it's a 2-way back door. So the back door will come down like this here, or it'll tip out conventionally, and then you can put your digger up in there, a wee multi-purpose boy. There's some yoke, like, in fairness. But Can-Ams across the way. You want the crew cab.
Yes.
But it won't work.
Well.
It won't. It's too long.
It'll still fit in the trailer.
It won't.
It will. Just put a longer ramp on the trailer.
We'll have to buy another trailer. I'm nearly too fat to get in the back. Woman! Just about then. Put him in. Wee Ruth would fit in between us, like.
She's sitting in my lap.
No. Can you imagine in here just baiting the head off whoever's driving? She's long, like.
It's not that long.
18 grand for a new one, as it sits. The Can-Am, the exact same as ours, is there somewhere. 15 grand, I think, as it sits. And it doesn't even have a windy in it. There.
That's the 15 grand.
That's 15 grand, I do believe, yeah.
It's all money.
Now, did you read the Farmers Weekly?
No.
Farmers Weekly published a list of the #1 machinery dealers by turnover last week, the top 10. And #1 was Scott Agri with a turnover of like 170 something million. #2 was Class UK, turnover for one company. But again, they don't have an 8330 on their stand, but do you know what they do have? A very cool entrance.
Well, that is good.
We need that for grassmen. We have some black paint. And there's your icon. We could bring a key down and go and take a look at it. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 170 something million. Nardo Grey JCB3CX.
You just like that because it has black wheels.
I actually don't like it. And then we've all the forestry stuff, which is one of the coolest parts of the show. Ponce Mammoth, Scorpion, John Deere, they're all here. I just love this kit. And then all the smaller guys is working with their chippers and bits and bobs. They're all here as well. It's pretty cool, like. Unimog! $75.30!
Oh, that's the rig.
Fuel Bowser. But like, joking aside, it's all there. Like, when you go onto a stand, Cian, and you see a 4,500 gallon tanker, 6,800.
I read it, but that's
them guys fully restored that. They fully restored that baby.
I did see this somewhere on Facebook or somewhere actually.
From Lynx.
Full nut and bolt job, like.
I did a lot of work with that now.
She is like new, like.
Ah, so we can get a ball for our deer. Oh,
It's Dramone.
renovation team: Greg Allen, Sam Eubank, Mark Purves. We did see that now, to be fair. Some job.
What's the story here?
Wonder did they hang stuff on that to talk about what they've done?
Information boards or something.
Possibly, yeah. Zuliberg, Dramone, loaders. That's what Lynx are best known for, in my opinion. Oh, that big tanker's here. That's just... That's just mint. But like, there's a 4,500 gallon tanker, and it looks kind of small in there beside that.
But come here, did you find out what the 28 metres was about? Because obviously 24 would make more sense, but...
She can operate from 28 down to 18.
Oh, so you can use our
Yes.
24 metre tram lines?
Yep, you can adjust and set that, no problem. It's fully adjustable from 28 back down to, and I think we're going to get an invite to come out and see it working. And so Jenkinson sell a large array of products. We did some work with them in the past, and they've cane trailers, they've Malone, Slurry Quip, but obviously more and more Red Rock. So Red Rock has came up beside them this year, and they're really here supporting them. And Red Rock is pushing on now. You can see the big triaxle. So the triaxle, standard, the new 20-ton dump trailer, which we kind of worked with them a bit on last year and bought one. Haven't got it yet, but we bought one. I don't know why. We need that massey for it. And they've the old style dump trailer, and they have a brand new push-off buck rake on the stand. A tractor push-off buck rake, which we had the wee standard sort of 8.5 foot one for our first cut in the 70-60, but really and truly, this is what we needed.
But there's no comparison to them old style buck rakes to this new one here. Like,
no, but they didn't offer one before. They do now.
And if you had asked me up to a few weeks ago, or if you had said to me about they're bringing back a buck rake, I'd have been like, that's absolute madness. Why would you? What are they at like? But then I went to Cumbria for that week filming, and sure it was all buck rakes.
Yeah.
Every man had a buck rake like.
But what you are saying there is a valid point in that these monster harvesters, you know, are going out here. We're just going to say the 1,000 horsepower club, because that's where the most of them's getting to. And then working these big loaders, I'm sorry, but they don't want a 10-foot push-off buck rake. And for a grand more, you could probably buy your 16-foot fold-out. Yeah. That's what they want to get rid of grass. But equally, you were in New Zealand filming the 457.
It was
the biggest JCB, and it was a 14-foot push-off.
Yep. And our very own Hannah Austin, whose father is the biggest maize contractor in New Zealand, doesn't own a shovel, just buck rakes and blades as well.
We'll educate him. I don't think that man needs any education. Yeah, and look, they have their shear grabs there as well. But there's some difference even in those shear grabs. That tanker, let's go to the front of this tanker, big man.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on now with this tanker.
Our Hannah contracting, well where. And there's a Red Rock with a Slurry Quip on her. Should that rub that? That's just something else. That's mega.
And then it's on a standard hook hitch. It's not even a spoon, which I think is strange.
Yeah, and with positive steer, Charmeller. But that could be swapped out for a ball, very, very simple. Charmeller though. I'm a Charmeller fan. The weight of that dribble bar hanging in the back, there'll be no weight in the front, they'll not need to worry. 28 metres, boys. They tell me that dribble bar would probably be the price of the tanker as well. Like. Mega bucks there.
Like 100 grand, like, for that dribble bar.
Well, I'm guessing, and please someone correct me, I'm guessing that whole rig has to be 150 northwards of 150. Maybe I'm totally pie in the sky, so please correct me if I'm wrong. That whole rig has to be, I don't even know what price that tanker would be. Would that tanker be 80,000? 85, 90,000?
I think Glyn reckoned it'd be around 80, and he's just bought 4,000 gallons, so he'd have a fair idea, like.
He'd be well annoyed if the boy told him it was the same price as his 4,000. But, aye, so 80. So, 80. Aye, well, if you were taking nearly the same again for that dribble bar, you'd be 100 north of 150. Well, ask. It's not necessarily about the money, but it's just for Slurry.
Slurry's big business now, though.
Slurry, there's money in muck. There's loads we haven't seen. The Fleming, who have a lot of time for. down here. Fleming, Shelburne Reynolds,
That's Merton Ross.
and Schaefer, Cross, NC. I was chatting to Wilf earlier. I'm a fan of NC. Our loader's NC. Could you find many faults in it?
What a trailer, like.
It is.
What a trailer.
It is some trailer. Richard Western. Roland, which is the #1 trailer manufacturer, I do believe, in France and Brittany. K2's out with a modified push trailer, compact and push. We had one before, great steering angle, really liked it. K2's the daddy, a muck spreaders between them and Bunning at home. Bailey Trailers is here, they're all here. And we're back.
I'd just like to point out that I actually put that window sticker on this morning, and it's very straight and it's very in the middle, and I'm very happy about it.
That sticker's a bit crooked.
No, it's not.
That sticker's a bit bent, hey.
No, it's
That
mint.
is, hey.
It's
Not-
absolutely bang on.
It's not even centered.
It is. I measured it.
It's not. Suppose I'm gonna do a wee quick live.
You going live?
Wee quick one. Just here. Go live.
Everyone, thanks for watching. That's
Thank
a
you.
quick look around. Come see us. We're at the show.